Good morning, everyone. See, Aaron stopped in last night and said he'll be late. He'll miss the beginning of today's live. Then Andy said she'll be thinking about him. This morning, Desiree was the first one to show up, followed by Steve, my cousin. Then Brandon. Andy says, Happy 420. Yeah, today would have been my brother's birthday. And Steve's getting so like says, well, hi, cellophane, aka Brandon.
What?
He called you cellophane because a lot of times, when you mute your mic so long,
Oh,
you
the
sound
cell
like,
phone.
yeah, it sounds like a cellophane.
Oh.
Good morning, Dawn. Well, Andy, everybody looks like they're good, but with me, I'm crazy as ever, of course.
Oh my god, my body is so.
Okay, I'm going to let Brandon talk to you guys. I got to get the one that is just a week old now. I had him in my hand yesterday, and as soon as I took him out of the cage, he peed and filled my hand full of pee.
Hey Taylor.
Good morning, Buster.
Hey Buster.
Hey, hey, Taylor. Okay, now I'm gonna go get that little monster, so you guys get a kick out of him.
Steve, I just took a look. I love it. Hey Buster. Steve says.
Hey, Mama, let me see your
I hope
baby
your
here.
back gets better, Taylor. John said maybe he'll find your hand again.
uh, he's 2 weeks and 2 days old today. His eyes isn't open. Oh yeah, they are. They're open, but they're so small.
Morning, Bud Files.
See how pretty he is? And his face is gonna, it's cute. Look at that. He's really active, or she. Hey, Sue, let me put him back before he jumps out of my hand.
Hey Matt.
There you go, Mama. Ah, 2 weeks old and tub of lard. Hey, Matt. Yeah, but he's never left his nest box except for when I pick him up. There you go. His name is Groucho. He looks like Groucho Marx. You missed the baby rabbit, the youngest rabbit we have so far. And Smokey should be having hers any day now. Good morning, Joseph. Yeah, he is beautiful, Dawn. Desiree, you have terrible luck with animals. Good morning, Molly. Good to see you. To see you, Sue, and Joseph. Everybody here. It's a wonderful day. It's chilly today compared to what it's been, but that's okay. Good morning, Lucy. You know, she's got to come say hi to you guys. Oh, it's 50 degrees in Lawton. Well, that's a little bit warmer than it is here. Okay, that's good enough. Now you get off. Off. Would you get off? Yes, you need to get off. No, that doesn't mean switch sides. There's only one that's in the shock letter, and I just showed that it, Andy. Oh, yeah, Desiree, you just have problems with animals, it seems like. You've been You're not procrastinating on shopping stuff for the Ohio trip at QuailCon? Quail and Homesteaders Convention. Yeah, it was only one that's alive, and it is big. Now I had to go get one of Mooney's babies and show you how big they are. Compare the two, they're not as much difference as you would think there is. I will get another one of them. Brittany, you don't have to keep your mic off unless you're doing other things.
Yeah, I'm doing other things right now.
Oh, yeah, there is a big difference.
Hey,
Y-
Una. I mean, not Una. Why did I say Una? Hey, hey, Huga, and hey, Anna.
Get out the feeder. You're not supposed to be on the food tray, you big pig. Oh, this is the lightest color one, you guys. Out of the whole bunch. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's okay, baby. So there is a big difference. These are Mooney's baby, one of Mooney's babies. And she's a broken blue. See her face? I'm almost curious to how much she weighs. Let me get a scale. Oh, it's okay. You'll live. Okay. Okay. Hold on a minute. Let me see how much you weigh. Her foot's in the way. Uh, it's hard to tell. I didn't have a basket to put her in. For some reason it doesn't want to tear out. Let me get a basket or something to put her in. How am I going to find to put her in? Oh, hold still. You'll live. Okay, this isn't a real box. This battery's just about dead. £1, 10 ounces. She's £1, 10 ounces at 5 weeks old. Ah, there go Mama. So 5 weeks old, she's £1, 10 ounces. Let's see what I missed. Well, it will live, Andy, for at least 3 more weeks. No, that's the box. It wasn't really a box. I see your message, Desiree. Yeah, they're cute, but they're cuter when they're on the plate. Now that is funny, CB. Good morning, Glenn. $58 out of 77. That isn't too bad. Let's double check. That's 75%. You can't complain about that. Oh, okay, Andy. I forgot about that. I'm sorry. Give me a minute here. And I'll get rid of that heart. There you go. Let me do something else real quick. Is that better? Oh, sorry, Desiree. Yesterday was Danny's birthday. Well, tell him happy belated. Today would have been my brother's birthday. Okay. I thought so. Much better. Okay. I got 100 to go into lockdown today. Well, Buster, good luck and happy hatching. Speaking of that, I want you guys, I didn't show you last time. Look at this beautiful card Buster sent me. It says, friendship is a blessing into all who have a friend. It's one of the most precious gifts that life could ever send. You've given friendship meaning in a way that's all your own, with the special gifts and talents that belong to you alone. And I know that of the blessings I could hope for life to send, nothing could make me happier than knowing you're my friend, Buster. Desiree, let's keep that kind of talk in a different place, not right now, not here now. Because today we're supposed to be talking about how are you preparing for the upcoming weather. Hello, Nancy. If I'm correct on the name, let me double check. Yeah, I was right. It was Nancy. I am terrible. Sometimes I doubt myself when because my memory is so bad. Yeah, it was beautiful. I mean, Buster and I have been friends for quite a few years now. He claims I'm the one that got him started on Quail. Anime, you can't do anything. Desiree, you can't do anything about your sister. That's all her problem. You need to focus more on what you're doing.
Accuracy. Oh, you guys, this gives me joy. Look at this. The Quail presentation for the elementary school yesterday was great. The kids loved having their pictures holding the quail. I'm making a video diary of this hatch for them, and we'll be donating eggs. That is cool. I can see that. It rained the other night. The paused volunteer plants were about 6 inches tall now. They're about waist high. I swear they grew overnight. Yeah, they do. Don, we're in um, tornado season.
And when tornado season's over with, then the people in Louisiana have to worry about hurricane season. And the weather here right now is 49. It was only 40 something. It was a little. Good morning to Wyatt. That's right. Exactly, Dawn. That's why the topic for today is what are you doing to prepare for bad weather? The weather that is being thrown at you. Oh, you call a Dwayne Ratman? So what are you guys doing to prepare? You know what kind for worst case scenario? Yeah, I just prepare for when things go bad anyhow, because if a tornado took out my apartment, it would take away all my freeze-dried food and everything else, so I'd be SOL either way. That's good, Nancy. See, making sure that batteries are working in flashlight and other things that need them. Another thing is you worry about candles. That's good. That's I got a whole thing of blankets. But like I said, I live in an upstairs apartment. Anime. Don't focus on what you want to do. Focus on what you can do. I don't have a basement and I'm in an upstairs apartment. Yeah, that's what I do, Dawn. Well, that's something to think about. Thank you, CB, because you're only, what, about an hour away? There's a good question. Does anybody order a crank light or a emergency radio? Yeah, but at least everything didn't collapse into the basement. Don, I don't even have a safe space. The way this apartment complex is built, there's not even a safe space. No, there's no tornado shelters near me. Well, that's great. Do you know you can make balsam wood wicks to put in those jars? That way you're not worried about getting any of that metallic stuff. If it ever gets really bad, hospitals have very deep basements for people's storage, and they have generators and food. Not all the hospitals around here do. I just try to live right and trust that God has a plan and go with that. It has worked for me for 61 years. Yeah, I'm kind of that way too, Glenn, but I've got a whole bunch of freeze-dried food. I've got a couple totes of that, not counting the tote that I gave to my daughter, and it's taken her a couple months to go through that. If the sirens go off, then you are crazy to drive in a tornado shelter. You need to be in it ASAP. Bernie, can you take your mattress and put it over your body? No, I just take me and Lucy, and we go into the middle of the stairway. And then you have to worry about the door blowing open. Hey, something came up, but do you mind keeping me running? Go right ahead, Brandon. That's cool, Buster. I used to have tons of oil lamps. I used to collect them. Well, that's cool, Andy. Yeah, there's no way I won't do that. No, because Desiree, the first floor is another apartment, and that's on the edge of the building too, like I am. And I don't trust anybody else in this apartment complex. Yeah, tables are only good for if you have hail, so you don't get splattered by glass. Well, around here, schools are too far away for me to walk to. Well, that's cool, Dawn. Or in the centermost room of the building and get low and cover your head. Most of them are built that way.
You were living in California at the time, weren't you, Andy? Yeah, that's pretty much it. See, me, there is no, the hallway isn't even safe because it's got a big window above the door. So, I would have to go into my little hallway. Then you have to worry about the gas rupturing to the furnace and possibly exploding. Well, you know what? At least you won't get caught in a corner. But did you ever think of what you would do with your animals if the weather got bad? That is interesting, Steve. Yeah, or hide low to the ground in the grass. I can understand that, Steve. And I know that can be hard at times to chase your cows and horses out of barns when the weather's bad. Heck, it's hard to get them out when if there's a fire. But see, I always think of what to do. What would you do in a worst case scenario? Yeah, a bad storm is going to hit. Don't even get rain. You don't believe anything will ever hit the here. Yeah, but see, that's what it does. It just lures you into that false sense of safety. So far, we've had a couple of tornado watches, and we barely got any rain. Well, that's cool, cause that makes me think of Twilight Zone. Yep, because we work better under pressure anyhow. It's just like Bill asked me yesterday why the second set of rabbit cages don't have legs under it. I said, because I didn't buy them. We get your drift, Desiree. The school's like that kind of maze. Hey, Joseph, after you give your dog a bath, you can always come here and give my dog a bath. She needs one too. I think I do too because of the lake being so close. The tornadoes skip us. Tornadoes usually hit in areas where they have hit before, rarely in places they never hit. I thought you'd get a laugh out of that. I don't know, cuz. Yeah, but mine's about 50 pounds, and she don't like getting in the bathtub. So I couldn't have a dog that small though because I can't. That's all the farther I can put my neck down. Good morning, Aaron. See, you weren't that late. You're only 38 minutes late. No, I can't even buy one of those storm shelters that Ryan Hall advertises because there's no place to put it. Nothing is in the freeze dryer right now, but I do have to go through this overflowing tub of freeze dried food to sort it out because I got about 2 tubs when I get it sorted out. Okay, you stay safe here until you get home. And what breed is your wife's dog, Joseph? A Dane Mastiff mix. Oh, yeah, that's a big dog. And it's only 150 pounds? Wow. Because a Great Dane and a Mastiff can easily go over 200 pounds. Now, what I have lining up for the freeze dryer that I gotta get on, and the earliest I can do it is tomorrow morning. Is leftover rabbit. It's already in the freezer, so I have to get 3 more trays of stuff to put in the freezer to run the freeze dryer. I've got to process 4 rabbits this weekend. And that was when he was what, 18 months? Yeah, so it was about 6 months ago. So he could be heading over 200 pounds, 185 to 200. How much food does he go through a month? Now, see, I have a medium-sized dog. She's my service dog. She just makes it so it's easier for me to go outside. As for the freeze dryer, I got to get those carrots ready. Oh, wow, 40 pounds of food a week. I could not afford that dog. No, 2 cups of feed Desiree, go to a medium-sized dog. But I free feed Lucy. And she goes through 40 pounds in every month and a half. But see, back to what we were talking about before we got into dogs is um there's many things that you have to prep for. Sometimes it's the weather or the season. Sometimes it's against uh shortages or um so-called I'm trying to think of how to word it. Accidents or weather caused shortages, whether it's supply chain chain failure
or prices. I've heard the McDonald's hamburgers went up to $8 each. Well, you have fun, Joseph. But as it comes to emergencies around here, I've got first aid kits. I got freeze dried food. I have candles. You have a blessed day, Joseph. How many people have got their gardens in yet? Because that's getting things ready for so that you can do a lot of work to save up for the winter for your fall preps. Don, I do have things that I could use for backup heat. Yeah. Oh, Buster, you are lucky. Mine hasn't even started. I was supposed to get plants today, but I won't be able to get them till tomorrow. And Buster's got his totally planted. And Glenn's got potatoes and green onions so far. His asparagus has been doing good this year. That's great. Yes, Desiree, I have thermal blankets and I even crocheted one. That's another thing I have is I have lots of yarn. I can crochet any clothes I need if bad comes to worse. I crochet blankets. No, I don't have any blankets, but I do have the silver ones that is not made of plastic. They're mylar. I have a mylar blanket. Yes, I have the full emergency blankets. You have a blessed day, Nancy. She says he'll just yeah, he hasn't he doesn't unpack from QuailCon. So he's already always ready to go to camping. Let me find out, Desiree. Okay, Mylard is also, let me share this with you guys so you can see it. Mylar is also known as biopet, biaxially oriented polyurethane, poly, polythene, whatever. It's a polyester film made from stretched polythene PET and is used for its high tensile strength, chemical and dimensional stability, transparency, reflectivity, gas and aroma barrier properties, and electrical insulation. And it is a type of plastic film. Let's see if Mylar's has it. Continual service temperature is 150 degrees. Mylar at temperatures above and below is auto ignition temperature. Are no more toxic than those from Douglas fir or from most other plastic materials. I have one in at the dining room window. Yeah, that way if you get stuck on the road someplace, Dawn, at least you won't lose all your body heat. Bad goes the worst. If it was cold here and I lost my heat and everything, I'll just take all the bunnies and Lucy, we all go into one room. Because you can use rabbits or quail in cages to heat a greenhouse during the winter. No, Desiree, not cuddle piles. I'll cuddle up to Lucy, but the rabbits be in the cages. Snow and ice storms all the time in the winter. You can be in a store and come out to inches of snow, then the ride home, no one is around. Yep, that's how it used to be up north.
But another thing is if you guys have if you run incubators a lot this time of year, you should have a case of the 18-hour hand warmers on you. So that way, if you lose electricity and you need to bump up the heat in the incubator, then just put a hand warmer in it, and that'll keep them warm enough at least for 18 hours per hand warmer. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'll go get the one I'm talking about. Right here. And that will keep a tabletop um, incubator temperature good enough during when electricity goes out. And since I don't have quail to incubate or anything, yeah, if it got cold and I lost heat here, all I'd have to do is stuff some of that into a mylar blanket when I wrap it around me and stay extra toasty. See, Desiree, I'm at the age and stage of life where cuddle piles don't enthuse me. Now, when I lived in Little Rock, they had ice storms more than they did snow, and it hilly area. There was no flat roads, so well, because when I'm under stress, I don't like to be touched. I'm kind of on the spectrum, and there are times that I don't like to be touched. So when I say I'm not quite enthused, in other words, it's like I don't want to be bothered.
So, what other things you guys think about when you're trying to think about what you need to stockpile for inclement weather? Yeah, but with canned foods, you also have to have a can opener, Desiree. Unless you are home canned foods. Yeah, and it has to be a manual can opener, like you would use on a camping trip. I know I have one in the kitchen. No, I'll tell you something that's better than a spoon, Desiree, and that's a piece of concrete, flat piece of concrete. And what you do is you just draw that can in a circle on that concrete build, to get off the lip so you can open it up. And Dawn, I agree. Manual can can openers is the only one I have because electric ones have too many problems. So true, Steve. He says on concrete, you have to remember to stop in time or you'll be eating off the concrete. Oh, no, no, no. You use the concrete to file off the metal, just enough to break the seal of the lip. Because the lip is usually just folded aluminum. No, that's the best one, Steve, uh, so that it's safe for the animals too. Yeah, but if your electricity goes out, you're SOL with electric one, Desiree. Well, while you guys talk that out, I will be right back. Let's see. Okay, Dawn's going for coffee and smoke. I don't understand go for coffee and smoke. My coffee is 2 feet behind me. Mine's about 4 feet behind me. Buster says he has a little can opener that goes on a keychain. Is that the older style ones, Buster? And that's what I need to do is go get more coffee. I have to get a little milk first, and that's a little farther away. Sorry about coughing in your ears. Let's see. If it's what I think it is, Buster, that's a lot of work. They're a lot of work, but it's used at camping. You know, with the arthritis in my hands, that would really be a pain for me, Buster. I would do the concrete quicker. Okay, Steve, now you're going to make me have to open up my. So I can see what that link says. Oops, wrong thing. Yeah, that's exactly what I was seeing, Steve. And those things are hard work. We've only got 11 likes so far. Yep, that's the best buck you can make, right, Buster? I mean, that you could spend. Yeah, nobody's giving me thumbs up today except for my cousin and a few others. But I'm kind of boring today, I guess. But that's okay. Need to get behind the camera for a minute, for a few minutes. No, Lucy, you don't need no attention. Go lay down, sweetie. Yeah, I know Andy gave hers last night. And I know Aaron gave his last night. Dawn gave hers. Steve gave me a few. Yep. Yeah, I knew Dawn gave hers yesterday too. Let me see if it's. So I think the people that dropped in earlier did not give theirs. It was four. In other words, you were 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6 of them. Andy was 2 last night. Dawn says, I guess with the gardening season starting, a lot of people are busy this time of year too, so they aren't watching. Yeah, or they'll catch it tonight. A lot of people are too busy doing their chores. They don't understand how important your morning coffee is. And there's TM. Good morning, TM. He just getting out of bed. And there was somebody else that was asking me yesterday when I go live. Let's see if I can find it. And my new friend didn't make it. Probably busy right now. Yeah, Ken's not here. So there's a lot of regulars that's not here that's usually here. I know sometimes, Steve, sometimes it's noon before I can actually do much. I know I have to feed the rabbits at 9 on Saturdays, but during the week I feed them at 10. Um, and I check on them every time I go through that room. You do them whenever you think of it. It's like I take Lucy for her walk in the mornings. Then when we get home, I have a cigarette. Then I'll get up and feed Lucy and start my coffee. Then I catch up on the news for the day on the computer. And then at 10 o'clock on most days, I have to feed and water the rabbits. If they're nursing and they're out of water when I get up in the morning, I water them then before I even get dressed. Yeah, you probably got the tea. What is it? I forgot what Don called it. Something 38. P38s, yeah. So you probably got the P38 too. Once you get the knack of those P38s, they're pretty easy to work. I wouldn't want a smaller one than a P38. Don says by the time you got one can open with a P38, you'd be so hungry you need to open 2 cans. Steve said he'd starve to death before he got the knack. I tell you what, Steve, if you're hungry enough, you figure it out real quick. I think that's how I learned how to use it. Steve says he'd be better with vice grips. Matt says, got to get running. Have a great day, Vernon, everyone. I have a very long shift today. I'll be on tomorrow morning. Good topic and good idea to keep the wheels turning. You rock, Brenda. You have a blessed day, Matt. Dawn says, I think I was using a bottle opener with a point on the other end, like they use for canned milk. I was going around the can and then took a screwdriver and hammered around it once before the P38s. Yep, I remember doing that too, Dawn. Except for I used this screwdriver to pry it open. Yeah, TM's still a youngster. I think arthritis is caused by overuse, using that joint too much. There you go. Steve can't burn calories because they have a burn ban down there. And as skinny as you are, Steve, you don't have many calories to burn. Yeah, that one case of freeze dried food I gave my daughter, she's been eating on it 2 or 3 months now. She's been sharing some of the fruit with her coworkers. Cleaning up after the rabbits that were loose, and they had their little piles in a couple corners. I had to move out a shelf unit full of stuff so that Bill could sweep it up. Bill said to me, "You gonna help me take this stuff off the shelf so we can move the shelves?" I says, "Move this, take the stuff off the shelves. You don't take the stuff off the shelves. You just move it." He says, "I can't do that." And I says, "Here." And I just went and did it. And I grabbed and pulled the shelf, moved it in the center of the room. He didn't know what to think. We're down to 7 people. And it looks like the chat's died down. So if there's no more comments, I guess we can go ahead and call it a day. No, TM. I'm just bullheaded and determined to do whatever I need done. And Andy got a phone call. I hope everything's okay, Andy. Dawn says she could fix breakfast a little early. I ate breakfast before I came on. Oh, your daughter got pulled over. Is she okay? There you go, Andy. I know, TM, you haven't eaten yet because you just got up. Well, you know what I raised my kids up with? The idea, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime because I'm not bailing anybody out. And she says the same thing. I'm not bailing anyone out. And Andy can't afford to bail anybody out right now. All her money's already ready for oh boy, Andy. Well, I hope you told her you can't afford to help her out right now. You don't have any money left. TM, I stayed up until about 1:30 last night, and I still got up at 6 this morning. I raised my kids up with the mindset that if you can't do the time, then don't do the crime. Andy, you can't do anything about it. I haven't seen Nikki today or Brad. Sometimes you got to use tough love, Andy.
Well, that's good. At least they're not towing a car away. Well, yes, TM, it shook her up bad because she called her mom. Yeah, because many of us don't have public transportation. Oh boy. Well, let's hope she learns a lesson from this one, Andy. Because you can't really help her as much as you want to. You really can't. Good morning, sugar. Well, let's hope she learns her lesson. I know some people don't.
So what I'll have to do later today is process at least 2 of the 4 rabbits. I agree right there. She should have got her license. Sugar, you got your garden planted? All of it planted? I know you were with Aaron and them. You guys got an early growing season. Was she driving to work, Andy? That's cool. Oh man, that's gonna make it bad. She's going to jail. She may end up lose her job and everything. That is great, Sugar. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes that'll follow you around for quite a few years. Sugar, are you getting ready to get quail on that yet? Or rabbits? Arkansas doesn't take out of state medical cards. Oh boy. Cool. And that's when you're getting your eggs? Oh, that is great. That's one reason of building a community. or quail manure. I wonder how much I can sell rabbit manure for. I know they sell it, but I wouldn't know what to charge for it. Yeah, what's that? Probably about 5 pounds or a gallon size bag. Now, right now is when you guys need to pay attention to this one. If you don't have your tickets already, time to get them. Or you write down cold manure producers available. You know, you guys just made me think of a topic for next week. And I'm going to write it down right now while I'm thinking about it. Ways to generate income on your homestead. Also known as um, upcycle. No, I say reuse, repurpose, and regenerate. Recycle, reuse, and regenerate. Yeah, exactly, Andy. You got that right. There you go. That's where you use your kitchen waste, and it grinds it down and fixes it for compost. It's really a pre-compost, is what it is. Okay, here I'll share it with you guys. Excuse me. This is take a peek at our handy checklist showcasing the food and eco-friendly products to use in your loamy. Don't worry about emptying your bucket after every cycle. Add more food or yard waste and run another cycle until it's full. Adding too much sugar can result in the contents hardening to the bottom of the loamy. Avoid adding only fruit or other high sugar foods. For the best possible loamy earth, we always recommend adding a diverse mix of items. Here they have bread and grains, vegetables, meat and dairy, yard waste, and fruit. Fruit peels, rinds, and scraps. Limit any one fruit to 1 cup recycled to avoid adding too much sugar. Vegetable peels and scrap. They have the same thing with it. That you can make fish bones and skin scales, chicken, beef, and pork. The end product will grow mold, will be lower nutrient value when combined with this type of food waste. Don't use hard shells, it damages the grinders. Trimming plants, tofu, eggs, and eggshells leftovers. So you got all that stuff. Let's see. See, it tells you it's like composting, but way easier. You fill your bucket, you press one button, take your lemon earth and use it in your plants and garden, or add it to your organic bin. See, it's mostly a kitchen composter. So that's about a loamy. Okay, Brandon. Yeah, they are expensive. But I guess it would be good for somebody that lives in an apartment. But it's really a pre compost. Yeah, when you're somebody like me where you don't have a yard and you can't do composting because your landlord says he doesn't want this isn't a farm. I can't cuss because there's a drop off before you get close to the river. Yeah, that's me, all right. Oh, I want to show you guys something too before we sign off for the day. This is my rabbit tails and rabbit feet, and it looks like it's pretty dried out right now. You see the bone ends? This is rubbing alcohol. And I had to order more rubbing alcohol because that was the last of my rubbing alcohol in this jar. Yeah, those headlamps are a good idea. I need to get one of those rechargeable ones, headlamps. Let's see if I can find one.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. He ordered walkie-talkies, set of 6, my 4, and you're 1, neither you or me. Uh, well, that's cool. That's awesome. Well, that's because he's a big kid at heart, Andy. That's why he can think about all that stuff. I didn't see anybody, Brandon. They didn't talk, at least. Let's see what game that C's got. Sink the floaters. That is a good one, Steve. Alright. This is the game that Steve's talking about, you guys. And the price just dropped on that, too. It's a battleship with turds. Oh. And I should do some Tootsie Rolls um, so they can eat the turds, too. Freeze-dried Tootsie Rolls.
Okay, everybody. It's 3 minutes after 12. Okay, we're not going to go, I guess. Oh, you guys got to see this one. %38 drop. Toilets included. There's the plunger.
From the makers of Guess Out, it's Flush and Frenzy. Flush the handle to see how many times to plunge. Look out! You pop the poo. Make the grab and get a token. Catch it in midair, and it's twice the points. The one with the most tokens wins. Flush and Frenzy, the game.
Wonderful, Glenn. That's an 83% hatch rate. Congratulations. Andy goes in lockdown tomorrow. Yeah, Babe Ruth turd. You did a good job there, Glenn. Well, I'm going to have to go, you guys, because Lucy's going to be wanting to go out pretty soon. So everyone have a blessed day. And if nothing else, I'll see you tomorrow night on My Shires Live at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time at Katrina's Sew and Tears Live. Thank you, Anime, and thank you all for joining us. Stay safe and have a blessed week.